somewhere in the world, and I know I'm waking you up or not, or maybe you're already up and you just want to tune in. So yes, yeah, I am wearing the purple head wrap. Isn't this color just so beautiful? God. So OMG, OM God, OM God. I am God. We are God stuff, God energy, God cellular memory. We are ancestral beings within the living flesh. We are co-creators and creatures. We are creatives. We are lovers of life. We are defenders of life. We are. We are. So I want to have a conversation with y'all. And I know sometimes it feels like is she going back and forth and back and forth. We live in such a schizophrenic world and we live in such a schizophrenic time that of course that we are so much faced with so many things. And because media is so full of information, a lot of times you have to make a decision. Do you want to be the person that, you know, stays with the positivity at all times? Or do you want to be a person who goes with the flow and feel like you have to give both sides? So anybody on, you probably not get notifications, and also I know it's early, but I have to get the message out now. So if you hear, you can watch it later. Yeah, you can watch it later. So our African, our diasporans in general, diasporans romanticizing Africa. I mean, do we come here and because of our pain, because of the injustices done to us and continually being done to us in our spaces that we come from or lived in or were born in, do we come here and all we see is the beautiful black people, the beautiful weather, let's see what else, the seemingly, the unity, the tribalism in a sense, some of that could be positive for us, seemingly ownership of places and things. And, do we look at that and do we then say, wow, coming here, hey, good morning, coming here is the greatest thing in the world? I think that as Africans, as diasporans, we have to take a more critical look at the world. And I think that if you are asking that question, if you are romanticizing that where you're leaving and where you're going to is going to be so much better, I think that that's a false narrative. It has to be. I mean, again, I know I go back and forth, but I have to say it because it's in me to say. It is, I don't think that African countries have really demonstrated strength and resistance. I don't think that they really have at this point with the powers that be, which really rules them as well. So I don't see how, with all of this coming, that they're going to be strong enough to say no. I think the one country that is saying no is going to get great pressure. The only thing I can say is that little small four-letter country in the Caribbean said no, and they did okay. And so you can stand alone, but I think it's going to be difficult. I think that this continent, the people, for the most part, are scared, afraid, trained to do what. If you got to think about it, if you already think their ice is colder, so you want to talk like them, you want to have the education that they have, you want to have the political system that they have. It's a decolonization mental level that is just not happening. And I don't think it will. I think they're very afraid. And I think the so-called misleaders, I think that they are already bought and sold, like I told you. So are we romanticizing it because we are so not used to seeing us as a majority in any higher positions that seem like it's of the ruling class? So we come here and we see it, and therefore we think that we have a voice or it's going to be different. I'm going to tell you really, and I just got to be honest, it's not. Like I say, you have to move and choose a place based on what's going on politically. And if you just look at the continent, even as a whole on a political level, they're not going to speak up to that man. They're not going to do it. They are. I mean, straight up, they are bought and sold. So, if you thought that you were trapped, and it's okay, I'm going to say that because it's going to make it just going to go down to and I don't want to be depressing. If you feel like you're trying to escape from a political system, you're trying to escape from a political structure. You're not really leaving because you're the only one in your neighborhood. Maybe that's the romantic part. You're not really coming here because everybody looks like you. You're really leaving a political structure. So Kwame, those two. Oh, make sure it has the wallets in both, baby. The wallet and the green bag. I forgot. We gave them the green bag with all the stuff in it, didn't we? Make sure the green bag has the cell phone case and the wallet, please. Thank you. So, yeah, I mean, like, let's just kind of be honest with ourselves. Let's use our brains just a little bit here because we're leaving a structure. But if that structure says you're going to do what I say, and I've been telling them today you're going to do what I say, both, okay, good. And it's telling them you're going to do what I say, then why would that change now? When you are even, because think about it, if you haven't built yourself up economically strong, if you haven't, I was listening to a video today, sent it to my friend on WhatsApp, if you don't have anything to stand on, what's your stance as a country? What is your morals? What is your values? When somebody thinks of that country or that country or that country in Africa, what do they think of? They don't take, they're not going to, they don't believe in, what is that? Because I don't think that the continent and the countries in it have that. So if you're always trying to do what they do and be like them, basically being controlled by them, hoping that they're going to always save you, why would you think that the structure here is going to be any different? I think it's going to hurt you more because you're going to see something that, again, romanticizing, you're going to see something that feels so good because we're coming wounded. We're coming wounded from, colorism, white supremacy. I mean, like all of the things that is them, but we deal with sometimes racism and white supremacy from a physical perspective. We see the face. We're not actually dealing with the structure. And for those that are dealing or seeing the structural damage, because that's all racism could be, it's a structural, it has to be structural, it has to be systematic, it has to be something that puts in a place where you don't even have to do it anymore. Why would we think to come here? I'm talking about political, and political is how you live it. Political is going to determine if you live, if you're feeling free, if you have a choice, what you're going to do? Come here and just like go in the mountains? You could, and just hide out. That's not freedom either now. The brainwashing is real. I mean, the brainwashing, I think is, do you know I got on the bus yesterday? And now, I'm in West Africa, so I just want to tell you how the levels of that supremacy, if you will, trickles down. And it was a bunch of girls from school, all of them black as me, darker even. Let's keep it even on 100. And the same thing I heard when I was on the bus at their age with my friends is the same thing I heard today on the bus. So they were talking about how, I don't know, I guess the headmaster was making them have to learn. They had to do their lesson outside. And she said, yes, they had us in the sun, knowing we're going to get, where we could get darker. That is not right. We cannot be in the sun all day when they know we're going to get darker, but we can get darker. I mean, it was like the same type of thing. I don't want to be in the sun because I'm going to get darker. Darker? Wait a second, y'all. First of all, you're dark, okay? And what's the problem with that? But it's that same, so it's how do you, and then we blame the leaders or misleaders, or we blame the government, but in a way it's not really fair, okay? Because the people are already trained. And I'm not talking about more trained or less trained than black Americans in the States. Because there's a lot of trained, I'm looking at the Facebooks, we train too now. I just don't know what we think they have more of that we're leaving. I'm just trying to figure that out for myself. Because, so what? So you got the same people that look just like you, and it feels really good. Like, don't get me wrong, that's what I talk about every time I come on, like, oh my God. But if that system says jump high, take that, do that. I don't know unless they're ever going to be like that four-letter country in the Caribbean who basically was not getting anything from the U.S. because they wasn't bound down, and they was fixing their own cars, if you don't know the country I'm talking about. I don't know if they could stand alone. I don't know if they're steeped in conviction. I mean, the job that has been done on them is kind of more because I think us in the States, especially Black Americans, like we have a precedent set that at least we revolt, because we can start from that, or protest or something. Not that, sometimes a lot of things did change, actually. Here they have a system of fear that is so deep. Even the criminal justice system is so horrible. You're just scared. They got them not non-educated countries is a very dangerous thing. We know that from slavery. Because they gotta go by what they hear. They're not reading really between the lines. Like most people, I mean, I just think that Black people around the world are, as I forget his name, but he always say we're in a world of trouble. Claude Anderson says we're kind of in a world of trouble. Unless the youth comes up and says, I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to go out for what I believe because change has got to come. I mean, yes, South Africa revolted. And I don't know if I don't know how much better the Black people are doing because of the so-called dismantling of a structural system in name only. Because it's going to take a long time to dismantle a structure that has been around for hundreds of years. And then if the structure is built into the mind of the people, I mean, some slaves wanted to stay slaves because they didn't know nothing else. I don't have conversations about anything more than they said I'm doing exactly what they say. I don't want to, my friend tell me I'm not revolutionary, I don't want to be. Whatever they tell me to do, I'm going to do it. But he speaks for a lot of people. So if we don't start having critical thinking at these conversations, so I'm talking to the Diasporans right now. See, people get mad because sometimes if you're in the States and you meet, let's say in this case, a Ghanaian, and you say, oh, I want to move to your country, they go, oh my God, why? And we kind of get mad like, what's wrong with them? They Uncle Toms, why they telling us not to go to their country? Because they know. Because they know a system is a system is a system, and they're just trading another one. Really, it's not another one for another one. It's really the same one. It's just with black face. If that's what you like, you want to be ruled by crazy Black people, then I don't know. And the freedom that even I'm feeling, I could feel it being less. So I'm not telling you not to come because I'm staying. I'm just saying, let's look at this a little critically. You got to stop thinking that it's a separate world when it's really only one. And the rules apply. As long as they are believed and perceived to be in power, and who has the money is the ones in power, and owns the most land, which they do even from where they're sitting. I just don't see strength in the political leadership or misleadership here. I don't see it. I don't see it here. I don't see it in many places. The one country I see it, I pray for him. Because I think a lot of them are folding. I used to think Rwanda was going to do something. Then it was all the lockdown. So I'm not saying, I know you're thinking, well, no, that's for, see, you got to be, I'm talking to the ones that want to leave. I'm talking to the ones that think they're trading in one political system for a better one. I ain't talking to nobody else. I'm talking to the diaspora. I'm talking to you. Because you want the truth from me. You want to be like, yes, I'm caught up in the romanticism too. Yes, oh my God, everybody look like me. Oh my God, the kind of talk. Oh my God, someone in the culture. Oh my God. They don't have no strength in that, though. They don't have no political power. They can't compete. You can't even, when you don't educate your country, that to me is the telltale sign. Where we going then? We can't. I don't even talk about education, because if you're going to give me the same brainwash education to keep us the fools, here is your reward for our love, telling us of your God above. I mean, if you're going to do that, then no, to keep that. But at least can the people know how to read and write? Because they can think for themselves? When I see that, that says something to me. You like this. You want the people to stay under control. And they very much are. They very much are. I mean, I think we need to have this conversation because I think that, you know, a lot of this, that crazy woman I always talk about, she's crazy, but some of the things she said, she just was very harsh how she said it. It's some of it is true. Unless there's some underground something going on, I need to meet them people so I can know about them. You know what I'm saying? I need to meet them people. I need to meet those people because I know they buying, honey. Worse. At least, like I said, we come from a country where we will talk and we will speak up and we will, hell no, we won't go. And you know what I'm saying? Like, even if we're going to die. King, X, the list goes on and on and on. I know that they exist because we have freedom fighters in different nations in Africa. We've had them. Stephen Biko. I want to say Mandela, but I don't know what happened at the end. I think he got tired, okay, because he's older. We need youth. Winnie Mandela. I mean, we can go on in different countries of, you know, Samora Machel. I mean, we could go on. But once those people come, they make sure that they never come again. Now, I believe, now you want my opinion spiritually, can we go here? I believe that there's an unseen, there's a beautiful, amazing, there it is. There's a beautiful, amazing, unseen, a beautiful, amazing, unseen that is coming up, and it's going to be everywhere is war. If you ain't comfortable with that, but you ain't gonna be safe nowhere, it's gonna be that. And soon we'll find out who is the real revolutionaries. It's gonna be uncomfortable because there's always in society those who are gonna say, you know what, give me liberty or give me death. My generation's a little too old, I can see that. But I'm relying on the youth. Youth, I'm relying on you. I'm relying on you. Your mama, your auntie is relying on you. I just honestly, I see what I see and I feel what I feel and I know what I know. I don't think they're strong enough. I don't think they have not built that what we're not gonna have and what we're gonna have, they're flippy floppy. So that's not what you're gonna do with that. They go where the money go. I thank God for Tanzania. I pray for him. I might go there if I have to. If it had to be, I would. I go, because I ain't going back the other way. We did that already. I'm gonna do that shit again, okay? I'm gonna keep this video up because I had to say, I just gotta be silent. No, because I go back, but I just gotta say it. Hey, Latrella. Hey, Naturally. Thank you. The brainwash is deeply embedded in every land to which they came. Exactly. They bleach in their skin. The self-hate must be deep. It's deep. And yeah, Metro on mission. Nice to see you on today. Thank you. Hey, Naturally Clever. Right. We need the African-centered school system. Very necessary. Yes. And that's, I don't know if that will come here. Oh, good morning, brown skin. I see Quan Rock the Orange Show. Yes, he is my the literacy rate here in the continent is shocking to me. That's right. I think many don't do better because they don't know better. That's the thing. Society has been dumbed down. It's like they have lulled the masses to sleep with all of their comforts and convenience. Yes, the Gucci boycott. See, I didn't know about that. Ain't that crazy? They're gonna cut me off in a second. So I'm gonna have to reconnect. That's right. Till the results came. So anyway, see, I'm reconnecting, so I could tell we're going to be going off, and I'm sure that's not there. I don't see it. But I do have faith in the youth, and I do have it. And I say, you say that they're coming to help us to say, see, I don't think that, I want to explain that because that's not really the truth for me. They already believe that they are the saviors because, in a sense, to them, they've already been saving them. And it's deeper. That's the people. I think that's the everyday people. They admire it, but they taught us to. They taught us in America to admire too. I mean, just in all fairness, I turn on Facebook, I can't believe how many people are taking their elders to come get some things. How many families are saying this is the right thing and believing everything. People in my family. I ain't excluding, let me just say this, I am not excluding Black Americans or diasporans. We bought and so we brainwashed too. Let's not make it a game against us. I mean, in all fairness, let's tell the truth. I look at Facebook every day, be like, we got ours. She 95, we give her that chip for her. She doing good. If she old now, she good anyway. Gotta protect ourselves. Everybody's gotta do it. It's like, I'm more shocked with so-called the country I was born in than I'm here. I'm way more shocked. So no. Let's not sit here and act like we woke, because the sleepiness is a global thing. I'm just specifically saying, if you think you're leaving that for something better, I don't know. If you're talking about a structural change, I don't see it. I don't see it. That's all I'm saying. Right. Seeing you, hearing you, you are medicine for my soul. Grand Rising. So thank you, S. Now she says, we are so powerful, they need to tap in. That's right, Sankofa. Yeah, it's heartbreaking to watch this. I know. It is heartbreaking. Isn't it heartbreaking? You know what I'm talking about, Metro. Oh my God, when I see, we got my grandmother. Your grandmother, 95. We want to protect her. She almost done. Why give her that shit? We're all going, you got to follow. My whole family, I got family members too. Family gone. But if you don't, you're going to make up. That's like, you know what? Here, what the hell? Can we just ask some general questions here? Can we ask some general questions? Yeah. I remember boycotting a store when I was in high school because friends would not hire Black kids. I have not supported for over 20 years. Absolutely. And y'all, I'm going to go that it's deeper than that. Because, okay, so you do that, and then what changes really? Because it's a structural thing. So the whole thing has to be taken down. It's not about the little protests. I'm not even going there. I'm not even trying to make a solution. Because really, solution is spiritual. We can't get on the same page as a people. We can't get on the same page as people in the country we're born in. Definitely, we can't do it as a whole people around the world. We don't get on the same page. What do we want? We want a structural change, but we don't want, the structural change would have to be removing those that are in power. How do we do that? Well, fear is not going to help. We're too scared. And most old people, that's not revolutionaries, ain't going to be 50 plus. They're going to be 30 under. And that's what we have to rely on, our children and our children's children, because we cannot rely on ourselves. We are too scared. None of us want to die, and none of us will. But them youngsters, they gon' My brother and sister now, my daughter wants to do it. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm sick about it. They are total Americans, but come on, complete faith and sister. Sister, I love you. All I can do is pray and call them and say, and that's it. And the sister, Metro, I love you because I believe that my offspring will be signing up too. So let's talk about how real this is. You know, we doing better. Let's send them to these good schools. Let's send them to these damn schools. I know she gonna sign up. I already know. I'm gonna tell her not, so I'm gonna do, but I already know. So now let's talk. It's spiritual. Because in a sense, you kind of got to look out for yourself. When your own family going the other way, you be like, oh, okay, it's spiritual. You don't have to be seen. There's places you're going to go, they're not going to even know you exist. Your ancestors going to use you to do the work because they have always used those of us that were ready to do the work. And yes, we're not going to be fighting out there in the trenches, but we dang sure going to be fighting up in the spiritual realm. Because that's really where everything starts and begins anyway, doesn't it? Starts and begins in the spiritual. There's so much we can do. It is the moon rituals. It is the sun rituals. It is the chant. It is the prayer. It's the wearing of our colors, wearing of our amulets, wearing of our protection. And it is the prayer, the meditation. It is. It's all of that. Sister, you're right. That's the only thing we can do. And I'm so glad you hear me, because I can see you hear me. I can hear you hear me. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? Quite heartbreaking. That's where the power is. That's right, naturally. Because the rest of this, so wherever you are, I'm not saying stay, I'm not saying go, I'm saying it's probably the same. Because until they, and there's not even they, let's leave, I'm not even going to go there. We're going up to they, until our ancestors tell us it's over, it ain't over. That's the they. Until our ascended masters tell us it's over, it ain't over. Until the Most High say it's over, it ain't over. They are relying, that's what I'm saying, the brainwashing education, give us your religion because that's going to take us away from our power. I like today somebody said, the reason why so many Africans, and I'm talking about African Americans as well, were so easy to let go of their gods is because that man told them that their God is stronger than your God. That's why we took over. That's why we took your over. That's why we were strong enough to colonize you. So we believe that their God is stronger. And once we go back to believing that our God is stronger, and that we are God in the flesh, moving through, and we are ancestors eventually, so why not be it now and use the same power? Ladies, I got this mastermind group that I would love to talk to y'all. I feel so restricted. So I'm gonna go. Yes, my kids' school is not a mess. My kids' school is a hot mess, sorry. So my husband and I decided to do something different. This is all just confirmation. This 5 a.m., yes, ma'am. Do something different. Y'all could do it. I'd rather them be educated. I mean, if I didn't get, I can tell you now as a person who has a 24-year-old, Lord have mercy. I tried. I did. I had black alternative schools in the beginning. She wanted to go to a regular school. Very hard to be different. She had her locks and her vegan life, and it was very hard for her. So we got to stay with ourselves. Anyway, we'll talk again. Love you, ladies. I'll see you in another video. Peace and blessings.